Number 10, Defensive Duelist. It was tough putting this here, but it's really the only choice. When it comes down to either this or Elemental Adept, I just feel the latter was a disappointment, while this was technically a way to manipulate and synergize with a particular, albeit often impotent playstyle. That the feat is entirely defensive also kinda grinds my gear a bit, so we'll do what every sensible person on the subject has done, what everyone should always homebrew in their own games, and what God and better God, that's Buddha in case you weren't sure, intended. This is now called Duelist. First things first, this no longer requires a Dexterity 13 or Finesse weapon because that's just less fun to build around. Here's what the revamped, new, and improved Duelist offers. Once per short or long rest when you are attacked with a melee weapon while dual wielding or taking advantage of the dueling fighting style, you can use a reaction to increase your armor class by an amount equal to your proficiency bonus, potentially causing the attack to miss. Once per turn when you successfully hit with a melee attack while dual wielding or taking advantage of the dueling fighting style, you gain 1 stack of Duelist Riposte. This can stack up to 3 times, and all stacks are cleared after a short or long rest. Each stack reduces the value needed to score a critical hit by 1 for your next attack. If your next attack is a critical miss, your stacks do not diminish. Otherwise, even if your roll is not a critical hit, all stacks are expended on the next attack. This one really made me think quite a bit about what would be cool, and you know what? There really aren't any builds outside of Paladin's Divine Smite, Champion Fighter in general, or Sorlock's Eldritch Blast build that really take advantage of critical shenanigans. If I'm just being honest, this could be a fun way to bring some finesse, to the revamped Duelist feat. So far, the only time I envision gaining more than 1 stack of Duelist Riposte is if you critically whiff a couple shots, which actually works out well in that it makes up for some of that lost action economy otherwise. Normally, though, it's just a +1 crit threshold every 2 attacks, which I'm sure is fair for an offense feat limited to D8 weapons. Considering that many fights only last a few rounds, I can't see this becoming too overpowered, but it really amps up both playstyles in a fun way. Great Weapon Master and Sharpshooter already support their playstyles well, so we needed an equivalent.